So, something pretty funny happened to me this morning, and it really got me thinking and gave me a great idea for what to do for today. And I guess I'll just tell you the story and then maybe it'll make a little more sense. But we were up in the gym, and the big parachutes that kids can play with that go up in the air like that, and they get to run underneath again and come back out and hold the handles and make the waves and throw the stuff up in the air. Well, we were playing with one of those in the gym, and after we finished, the kids were pretty excited, pretty riled up, and we got them to all get in their line, just like this, and line up. And there were two kids at the end of the line, and for security purposes, I'm going to give them different names than they actually have. So we're going to call them Tom and Eileen. So Tom and Eileen were at the back of the line, and they're talking and having a good time, being kids. And Eileen kind of turns around and grabs Tom on the shoulders just like this, and pulls him in to her. Kind of grabs him like this, and she kisses him right on the lips, and she looks him straight in the face and goes, "Tom, you are my boyfriend. We are going to get married, and we are going to have kids." And I kid you not, that's exactly what she did. And honestly, I thought it was pretty funny. I mean, it's pretty ballsy to just grab somebody and kiss them, especially when you're like 4 years old, 5 years old, and you don't know what you're doing. But she got in a little bit of trouble for that because we're told you can't do that, and in reality, it was probably not the best thing for her to be doing. But I thought it was pretty funny, and it got me thinking, why, if a 5-year-old can more or less grab life by the horns and take what she wants, why can't we go out there and take what we want from the world? Now, I mean, I understand you can't just go up to a random person on the street and kiss them and say you're going to marry me because, well, that's politically incorrect and everything else, but it really got me thinking why we don't take a risk, why we're so scared to take a chance, because obviously it didn't scare her to, just kiss him. And I realized a couple of things, that when you're a kid, your parents tell you that you can do anything you want and you can achieve your wildest dreams, and whatever you set your mind to is what you're going to do in life. But as you get older, they start to tell you you've got to get good grades because you've got to go to college so that you can get a good job and make good money for your family. You've got to learn how to do math so that you could get into medical school, or you need to be good at debate so you could get into law school, or whatever the case may be. They start to push you onto that straight and narrow path of what is in theory right and wrong. You learn that going to college is right and not going to college is wrong because you're not going to get anywhere in life if you don't go to college. And we start to tell our kids that they have to do all these things so that they can be accepted by society. And we start to tell them that you can't watch this TV show because Susie won't be friends with you. You can't like this band because people at school won't like you. You can't wear those clothes because kids will make fun of you. You can't wear those shoes because kids will make fun of you. You can't dye your hair that color because, well, that's not a natural color, and that's not going to look right. You can't do whatever you want. When, in theory, we're just putting all these fears in our children's head. If you tell Susie that she can't like this music because she won't have any friends, and she's not going to listen to music that could turn around and shape her into the person that she's going to be. And there's plenty of, examples of that in the world today, with music, being a big part of people's lives and really helping them out. But point being is, we tell them that they need to be afraid. And when you're a kid and somebody asks you what you're scared of, you're going to say, "Oh, I'm scared of spiders," or "I'm scared of snakes, I don't like bugs, I'm scared of falling out the monkey bars." Pretty rational fears. I mean, I'm scared of spiders. I don't want to be bit by one of those things. But as we get older and you ask somebody what their fears are, they might say, "I'm scared of not being accepted. I'm scared of not being good enough. I'm scared of not making my parents proud," because we spend so much time putting pressure on everyone to meet these societal norms that are set out that we don't want them to be their own people anymore. And I realized today that, when Eileen took that first step to kind of grab what she wanted, that when it comes to the world and getting what we want, we can't be afraid. We can't live life in fear, because if you're afraid, you're never going to find out what's going to happen. Now, I know that these kids are only 5, but if they were older and she did that, maybe he would feel the same way about her, and who knows, maybe they really will get married. They're going to be in school together for the next at least 8 years. So you never know what could happen. But we have to stop being afraid. We just have to start taking chances and taking risks. If you get knocked down, you just have to stand back up again, and that's something that I think that most of us aren't learning because we're too busy being pushed onto this narrow path of what society wants us to be, how they want us to look, how they want us to act. And truth be told, sometimes that's not always the best thing. And I guess what I really wanted to get across was if a 5-year-old little girl knows exactly what she wants, at least for today, and isn't afraid to jump off that cliff and take that first step, then there's no real reason we should be. We have to stop being afraid, and we have to start doing what's best for us and making a change. And if we start taking chances, then maybe everyone else will too, and maybe we'll start to lose some of this almost robotic sense of society. And I mean, you never know what could happen if you just take a chance, but I don't know. I just thought that was a pretty cool story, and it really got me thinking, so I wanted to share that with you for today.